Coming to you live from the Comedy Store. How you guys doing today? This is a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Give it up for Tony. It's
It takes me so long to get to my seat the way that this setup is.
Yeah.
We never really made that any easier.
Yeah.
We never made any adjustments to the big entrance where I have to walk around 3 chairs. How you guys doing out there? This is so exciting. This is 21 Mondays in a row that we've been having this fun little get-together, and yet we're still at the very beginning of something that I think is very fun and exciting. Yeah, so here we are. 21.
21, yeah.
The Iron Patriot is here, our head of security. Put your hands together for the
I had a good week, Tony.
What happened, Patriot?
On Thursday, I was on the set of a new show called The Goldbergs, starring Jeff Garland.
Yeah.
And we spent the whole day at the Santa Anita racetrack. That track first came alive on Christmas Day in 1934.
Came alive.
Well, that's when it opened. But it was a great day. And, Seabiscuit won its final race there in 1940.
Okay.
Do you like horse racing?
Enough horse racing fun facts. Did you get to talk to Jeff Garland when you?
No, I didn't. He wasn't there. There was an actor, George Segal, and a young boy actor. It was grandfather and grandson at the racetrack for the day.
Now, for those of you that don't know what he's talking about, the Iron Patriot also, when he's not working with us every Monday, keeping us all safe in this room, he's an extra on TV shows. In fact, some of his most recent work was on 2.5 Men, correct?
No, that was in 2008, that thing I sent out on Twitter.
Okay, well, just for example, that's him.
Creepily in the background. So if you see this, get a screenshot if you ever see him in a show, because this is the new Easter egg.
And he gets a lot of extra work. If you listen to the show, you'll find out that almost every week he books something.
Yes.
Now, you got the Goldbergs. So you think you're going to be in a frame on this racetrack? How many people were at the racetrack? How many thousands of people were in the stand?
Well, they had a bunch of extras. We were down at another part of the track, but the people that were we watched a few races, and we were waiting every 30 minutes to film. But we were in another section filming the rest of the people, but the whole place doesn't fill up anymore. It's not like it was back in the glory days, but there was still a lot of people there. It was fun.
Oh, so they were filming during actual races?
Yeah. Well, in the morning we did some stuff before the people got there. We had to be there at 8 in the morning. And I was getting real sleepy. They kept telling me, you got to wake up. But, it's really beautiful out there with the mountains. Have you been to that track, Tony?
Who told you? The people that were running the extras?
Yeah, they said, hey, you, wake up, move over there.
Wow.
It's tough being I like to think of myself as a background artist. But, it's tough doing that because you got to keep awake, and I was there for 12 hours, it was a long day.
Wow.
It's hard, But I'm a member of SAG-AFTRA, and I get paid a little better than the rest of people, but, it was a good day. But that episode that Red Band just showed, that was called The Devil's Lube. That was back in 2008. And, I spent a lot of time that day sitting behind John Cryer.
That was the name of the episode?
The Devil's Lube. Yeah,
really?
that was the episode.
Wow, look how edgy 2.5 Men was at one point.
Oh, yeah. And I was sitting behind John Cryer, and he's got kind of an interesting hairdo. It almost looked like he had black spray paint painted on there.
It probably was.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but I got a close look at it. It's like, I'm kind of providing you some behind the scenes here, Tony.
Well, they have this amazing thing that I've noticed since getting the pleasure of working in show business, which is this thing where in the makeup room for men, there's like this pepper mill that's sitting next to like hairspray and shit. And what they can do is they can take this fucking pepper mill and just basically grind pepper hair onto your head.
Oh, cool.
And it fucking looks like hair afterwards. It's pretty crazy. And I think
Sticks
that
on?
yeah, and I think that a lot of people are using this thing.
Yeah.
And
And you can't see it on the camera, but I was up close, I could see.
heck yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So next time you're looking at the back of John Cryer's head, make sure you get a sneak
Yeah.
peek of what.
Yeah. I hate to talk bad about him, but he make a lot of money. He don't care.
Heck yeah. Why burn bridges in a city that's telling you to wake up and keep moving?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Tony, when I get to know someone, I kind of like to know what they eat. Could you walk me through your day? What do you eat when you get up in the morning?
You really don't want to know. You really do. It would creep you out knowing what I eat.
But I've known you over 4 months now. I just feel like we're getting closer. And what do you eat for lunch?
He eats the same as what a bunny rabbit would eat.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You keep in
Twigs,
shape.
berries,
I don't know why you do that. It's like just horrible. It's like that's what 13-year-olds joke about vegans. Vegans don't drink cum, Brian. It's not a gay thing. It's not a gay thing, Brian.
Yeah.
Nobody's drinking cum. The hell they told me that smoking cigarettes takes 10 years off my life. Then I read that being a vegan adds 10 years to your life, and I don't want to quit smoking, so there you go. I'm a vegan that smokes a pack and a half a day.
Well, I'm here to support you, Tony, if you need my support, because I had to quit smoking at one time, too. It's tough. I realize it's not very easy to do.
Heck yeah, you don't want to end up in the iron lung, right?
No. You don't want to have that happen. I know it's tough.
How long did you smoke for?
I smoked for about probably 12 years, so it was a long time.
Wow.
It was tough. That's what scared me. It concerned me when you guys got me smoking weed again 4 months ago. It concerned me that I was going to start smoking cigarettes again, but I'm able to stay cool, and I didn't do it. I'm just, toking on the bud, but no cigarettes. It's great.
Token on the bud.
Yeah.
That's a guy that smoked a lot of pot in the 90s.
Yeah.
And has just started to smoke again. Yeah, it was token on the bud you gave me.
We have our big Halloween show coming up, October 31st in San Diego. Are you going to do anything for Halloween, or is that a big day for you?
Well, I usually go out for a few hours that night just to make some tips on the boulevard, but I usually start heading home about 9 because it really starts getting crazy out there. It's just way too many people, and they might just carry me away and you never see me again. It's too many. They got a lot of police down there. It gets crazy. The only other crazier place is like in West Hollywood, down when they have the parade down there and shit.
That's when you're looking at different backs of heads of celebrities for different reasons.
Yeah.
Now, when you said West Hollywood Halloween parade, your left arm twitched really hard. We've noticed in the last few weeks that you have this left arm twitch.
Yep.
And then you said that to go against it, you're just going to press your hand against your thigh. Are you doing that right
Well,
now?
I'm kind of put my thing here to kind of hold on so I don't do it.
Let go of it. And just leave it out.
Let me see if I can. See, I'm talking to you right now, and everything's cool.
Right. Wait, your right arm is
Twitching out.
No.
Whoa, right, look. He's throwing blows, everybody.
You're gonna have to catch me, Tony. I'm not gonna make it easy for you. So I'm gonna keep it right here.
Man, if you get any extra work on Michael J. Fox's new show,
yeah.
you guys are gonna have a shake-off or something. That would be great. Just the two of them fucking. You could play Michael J. Fox's mirror image.
Yeah. I'd love to spend some time with Michael.
Oh, I'm gonna burn in hell. There's a thing where you can't make fun of certain people, and I feel like Michael J. Fox, if there is an afterlife where you have to check in at some gates, which I don't think there is, but if there was, I get the feeling that would be one of the things. We get it, you made a lot of jokes. We got years and years and years of jokes, but how do you explain this Michael J. Fox? What did Michael J. Fox ever do to you? And me just being fuck it, you got it.
That's how I feel about Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, Yeah, I love the innocent people. It's something about you make fun of bad people, like that's that you got to do that. That's part of the thing. But it's my favorite thing to go against the good people. Those are the jokes nobody's coming up.
And I think Christopher really proved that he was Superman because he survived that long after having that accident. Most of us would have been gone in a week after that.
Christopher Reeve's thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really was like Superman.
Yeah, that was from riding horses. He loved riding horses, yeah.
Yeah. Just like at Santa Anita.
Yeah.
It's all full circle. Just like a racetrack. Just like a horse track.
How did he die?
Well, he did that kind of horse riding where you jump over the things and it's all this style to it and things.
Yeah, fancy stuff.
Yeah, equestrian or something.
That doesn't make it gay either. Vegan isn't gay. There aren't certain sports that are gay. Gay is like, it's like a man's love thing. No, I know.
Just like if it's
but I've had enough with this vegan cum thing.
You know what's clapping on top of a stairway? Christopher Reeves after a fire.
Well, welcome everybody. We're here, as always. The main frame of the show. Over 30 comedians signed up tonight for the opportunity to do 60 seconds in front of the Patriot, myself, and as always, I always have two great guests to talk with the comedians and hang out with us all. This week is no different. This is very, very exciting. So you guys ready to see who your guests are tonight? How exciting. Well, in no particular order, you're going to know this first lovely young lady from the most recent Comedy Central roast of James Franco. Also, she has her own show on the Josh Network called Cuppin' with Tosh. Please put your hands together for the hilarious good friend of mine, the one and only, Natasha Leggero. He's got treats, everybody.
To leave my shit back there.
I know, all these comedians are
He's like, they're all open micers coming to do time. No offense, open micers. I think you're going to be crazy. I heard they don't say open mic anymore. You just call them mics.
I guess they're all, it could just be a set thing that they're open.
Does anyone want a brownie?
Brownie giveaway. Who's in? Raise hands like crazy. You guys gotta come get them. Get your brownies. Get your brownies here. And your other fantastic guest. He's the host of The Test, everybody. One of my favorite pals. We work together almost every other night. The winner of the HBO Aspen Comedy Festival. You know him from Comedy Central, HBO. Put your hands together for my pal Kirk Fox is here.
I don't want any trouble. This is good.
Yeah.
Thank you,
What's
Tony.
up,
Good
man?
to be here.
Fuck yeah.
Nice to see everybody. I'm not sure where we're at, but this is important.
Hell yeah.
I brought them brownies, so they're very distracted right now.
Okay.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
I did not make these. I just want to get a bad reputation. If someone
No, these
Were we
are like
supposed to bring?
fancy.
Were we supposed to bring gifts?
someone just gave me these for
Okay.
something, so now I'm giving them.
Jones on
People.
Third is like gourmet stuff, right?
Yeah.
And Tony, what's that? I see something to my right that I
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
expecting.
yeah. Natasha and Kirk meet. Every episode he's been here for us. That's the Iron Patriot.
Hello, guys.
Okay.
Hey.
Good.
Who is that?
He's not a comedian. His name is Jeff Crabtree. He used to play in a rock and roll band in Texas in the 90s.
Now, if shit goes down, does he have our back or is he with the audience?
Well, in all reality, his intentions are to have our back. However, he can't.
I mean, is he
move.
aware of that? He doesn't look like he's focused.
He can't move in that.
He doesn't look focused to you?
No.
He's got like laser beams coming out of his
Yeah, but
eyes.
they're not going in the right direction.
Natasha, could I talk to you for a second?
Do I have a choice?
I got some thoughts. I did some research on you today.
Okay.
I think we were destined to meet because as a young boy in the late 70s, I lived in Winfield, Illinois, which was an hour and a half away from where you were born in Rockford, Illinois.
What year did you live there?
Yes, I lived there as a young boy in the late 70s. The first time
I
I
would have been like 2 or 3.
no, I was born in '66, so I was a little older than you. But anyway, I first became aware of you on the Duncan Trussell Family Hour, episode 16. Now today I spent some time.
So you're like a robot savant.
Yes. Today I spent some time looking at pictures of your feet on the internet. This is what I
I
noticed.
brought my stuff on stage with me.
But this is what I noticed. I noticed that the fourth little piggy on your left foot has a cute little curve to it. Now, do you think I could come on your show, Clubbing with Tosh, and rub your toes under the water?
What the
That
fuck,
would be a
Patriot? From now on, all of your questions from the guests have to go through
Can I
there.
answer?
Yes.
That would
First
be
of all, I'm sorry. Now you can answer.
unqualified and resounding no.
You don't even know me yet, Natasha.
And I have a question. Are you short? Why is that microphone positioned where it's at?
I got a speaker in
Is
my
half
chest.
of you just plastic? I mean, what? Are you very short and you're just deceptive?
I want to see if I really have a curve in my toe, actually.
Who doesn't?
He has what's known
How
as.
did you know that?
It's the fourth little piggy on the left foot.
Oh my
I
god!
didn't even know that.
That
Yeah,
is adorable.
it's cute.
So you're an educator.
Yes. You ever been to that website, WikiFeet? They show celebrity feet on there.
Wiki feet. Are you serious? That's how deep you're.
You have a lot of free time during the day.
Yeah. Kirk, I did some research on you.
Okay, tell me about my toes,
No,
motherfucker.
I didn't look at
Go ahead.
you. Yes, I was watching an interview you did on Conan.
Okay.
And you were talking about how stressful it is on your new show, The Test, because they're giving paternity results out. It's very stressful.
Okay.
So they said the show, to relieve your stress...
This is stressful also,
Yes.
talking to you.
Well, they've been sending you to a massage parlor with a Thai woman.
Yes, sir.
And the Thai woman has been complaining because your back is too long. She says she has to walk too far.
This
Now,
is true.
what I want to ask you is,
Okay.
now when she gives you the happy ending, does she complain that your banana is too long?
Listen, we never even get to the happy ending. There's not even a decent beginning. It's hell. But
You can tell us,
I
Kirk.
was hoping you wouldn't bring that up, but thank you, Mr. Plastic. Man.
What band were you in the 90s?
I was in a band called Dirty Crabber. You can look on YouTube. There's some videos. My big, you know that leopard skin bikini you're wearing on Twitter, on the Twitter picture?
Are you talking to me or her?
Natasha? No, Natasha, I need a background dancer with my banana song. I got a song that goes, share my banana, share it all with you. You could be behind me with 2 bananas in your
I
hand.
could?
We could go to Vegas and be the hottest show there.
Wow. Patriot.
Is this one of the open micers?
No.
He's done one in a minute.
Yeah. Patriot, first of all, you're out of control, man.
I'll shut up now, Tony. I'm sorry.
What are you doing? What do we tell you about this? There's no blocking the left arm twitch, and there's no crazy questions for the guy. You're still blocking it. I know when you're putting it up against your thigh, and it drives me crazy. I'm serious. Take it off there.
Now,
If
you're
you're
going to have to catch me fair and square.
if your arm's gonna twitch, I want to see it twitch. He has a left arm twitch that he can't control.
Why wouldn't he?
But there's something about a guy. There's something about a guy in a suit like that. When you see that twitch, it just makes it so human.
How's he wash it?
Guys,
I'm fascinated by that suit.
I got an undersuit underneath that I can wash. The
Of course you
outside,
do.
it's
You probably have
fiberglass.
3 suits under there.
Yeah, I ordered this from Norway a year and a half ago. I didn't know if I was going to get it. It took a long time. There was lots of delays. The sculptor had health problems. He had legal issues. And I was excited to get it. But for a year, I'd been dreaming, I want to come see Death Squad. And when I got the costume, it took me a month to work on it, and then I came down.
You need to hire an editor ASAP. By the way. Every explanation is just 40 seconds too long.
Yeah.
Isn't it fun to have someone you can just tell them how terrible they are all the time?
why do you want to know how big Kirk Fox's dick is also?
Natasha, I enjoyed you on
That laugh scared the hell out of me.
I enjoyed you on the James Franco roast. What I wanted to know is, did any of the jokes you did, were they written by Tony? Because I know he was a writer on it.
Look, that's not how that shit. Well, Patriot.
Tony helped me with some jokes.
Yeah.
I don't remember if one that he wrote got I mean, Tony helped a lot of people with jokes on there, right?
Yeah.
I think he got a lot of jokes in.
Yeah, it was fun.
You did great.
Tony is one of the best roast writers, I think.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And it was a pleasure to work with you because Natasha killed it. Did you see it, Kirk?
I saw parts of it.
Natasha killed it.
Yeah, my mom even liked it.
I saw you play.
She was my
I
favorite.
picked certain parts from
Yeah,
watching. I
in
watched
the,
them
in
over
the
and
live
over.
show as well, which a lot of people don't get to know how that whole unedited that part of it is. But
I felt like
Natasha's.
they didn't edit it that much, though.
Oh no, it's true. Yeah, they really left it long because it was just very, very funny. Anyway, you know why we're here. Many comedians signed up to do 60 seconds. Natasha, Kirk, two of my good pals. We're gonna sit back and listen.
Am I too close to where it's all going to go down?
No, but if you want, you could scoot over a little bit. You could-
Listen, I don't want them
But no.
influenced by my feet.
That could only distract the
I don't want them to
patron.
all start doing feet jokes.
Right.
Are you one of those guys? What's his name? Patriot?
Iron Patriot.
Hey, Iron Patriot.
And did you name yourself?
Well, people call me different things. I'm really from the comic books. I'm not from Iron Man 3.
Well, either way, Marvel's going to end up suing us. So what we're doing next week is we're putting a beard on his face, and he's going to be the bearded Patriot.
Well, you know what's interesting is, see, I originally wanted John, my sculptor, to make me an Iron Man costume. And he said no. He said, I want to make you something custom so you won't have legal issues. So I might be okay, because this is kind of a custom thing. It's not like the movie.
Yeah, not enough. No,
Well,
no.
we'd have to check into that. I don't know for sure, because he did it. He made it. He didn't want me to get into it. He asked it if I was going to make money with it.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Fuck yeah. So you guys ready to get some comedians up here? What? Everybody does 60 seconds. In 60 seconds, you know your 60 seconds is up when you hear the meow of a kitty. And that's time to wrap it up, because if you run the sound of that kitty noise, angry West Hollywood bear comes out. He's been extra angry lately, so don't run the kitty sound too long. And he comes out quicker and quicker every episode. Red Band over here gets a little excited, and I notice every time it comes out quicker and quicker, so look out for that kitty now. You guys ready to do this thing, or what?
Let's do it.
The first comedian tonight. Wow, there's a lot of names in here. How exciting.
I can't wait for what it's worth.
It's Rob Weissman.
Okay. I got inspired by the Iron Patriot for a new joke. What is this? It's when the Iron Patriot has a nose itch and has to scratch it. It's a podcast that's audio, and I chose a visual joke. Okay, one more quickly, 60 seconds. Oh, I love this joke. What is the real reason that they created Facebook? Because it's easier to jerk off to your phone or computer than to your high school yearbook. Oh, thank you, Douglas. Thank you so much. And I didn't even go to high school there. Oh no, the West Hollywood Bear.
No, we're having technical difficulties.
Oh, so you want me to keep going?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I have a question. Are you done?
Yeah.
So I think so.
Is that like a common thing to jerk off to Facebook? I mean, is that what people? I don't go on Facebook.
I think the real question is, are people jerking off to their high school yearbook? That's the real question.
That I feel like I.
God, she was most likely to say,
I think you could look at it's a brave thing to say that. Is the way the stance
Brave?
would say.
I agree, it was brave, it took a lot of balls.
Okay, have you ever jerked off to your high school yearbook?
I hadn't even thought about it, I didn't even know it was an option.
Also, I think it's funny
The
that
truth is, I can't wait to get home. I'm not touching your hand.
reading material do you have around your house where the high school yearbook is what you have to keep going back to?
Yeah, clothed
Reading
pictures.
material?
How long have you been out of high school?
A long time, but no, I haven't. Why? Reading material? Do you still masturbate to still
No, but we like
pictures?
to masturbate something other than a head in clothing.
From 3 decades ago.
Is there some girl that you, went to high
can I choose another joke really quickly
No.
before we do that?
Is there some girl from high school that you didn't get to finish what you...
Oh, it's a plural. There are many girls that...
Well, now it's starting to make sense.
Oh, well,
Now this joke is starting to rock.
well,
Do it again. Now that I have the backstory.
you want... I got a
Is
lot
it
more
a popular high
masturbation
school
jokes,
book?
guys. I can...
Do you look these girls up from high school on Facebook? Like a
No, I don't. It's a joke. It's a joke. Can I just have my joke?
Yeah, but you're joking about something that no one, I don't think, does.
We wouldn't have given you shit about it if it had gotten more laughs. That's the point we're making. We'll give you that joke if you want. You want that to be your joke, how you remember it? Or do you want to take our advice and find a different publication to jerk it into? We're here to help. We're not even talking about how your first joke was about the Patriot.
Hey, yeah, let's talk about the first
No,
part of the
we don't
reading.
even.
Can we do that? Can we
No,
talk
we
about
don't
the
need to go
Patriot?
back. That's
Yeah.
Can we please talk about the Patriot?
Yeah,
That joke was a
you
long
know,
time.
it's funny that you would say that because on Sunday, when I was out on Hollywood Boulevard, I did have an itch on my face, and it really is frustrating because I couldn't get to it. I couldn't scratch
Maybe you
it.
guys should take it on the road and just go back to the house.
Rob Weissman, the Iron Patriot.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Fuck yeah.
Rob, do you work out?
Oh, yeah.
You seem like really buff. Underneath your shirt.
Yeah. I P90X.
Is that what that is?
It's P90X. Yeah.
I thought he said he's like, I pee 90X. Like there's a certain type of piss that's extra powerful. I pee 90X. It's the most powerful piss you can pee.
This forum isn't exactly fair.
I pushed my face off. Out.
She compliments
Comedy's
me
not
still.
fair.
I know, it's terrible.
That wasn't a
So much
compliment.
pain. Oh,
No,
well, all right.
no, you just seem like your chest and arms seem bigger than what your head would
My-
have.
my-
That's through a pretty bulky shirt.
It's just a shame you didn't have that body when you were in high school. You would have been banging on
Now that I think about it, you are jerking off to the right book.
Here he goes, everybody. Rob Weissman. Weissman did We're already off on
Until the next time we did a Tonight Show, I opened with that joke and fucking killed it. It's like, I rework it.
But I don't want him to think we're just
Shake little
roasting
things.
him.
Right. No, he loves it. He
Listen,
signed
we're all
up
here
for
for each
that.
other.
I think he thought this was like stage time.
It was.
It was. It was.
That was
it's
60
better than
seconds we can
stage
never
time.
have
This is
back.
what better exercise than talking to your peers
So I'll call him
immediately
later. I
after
feel
doing.
bad.
That's at Weissman Digital on Twitter. For those of you that are into people with 20-letter handles, at Weissman Digital with 2 S's in Weissman.
Tony, how do you get so many people at this show?
Because it's an awesome show. This
Have you
kind
ever
of
thought of cutting it
craziness.
down to 30 seconds?
This kind of craziness happens every week. 30 seconds. I don't know.
I'm doing 60 comics, each doing 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Or 600, I'm doing 10.
Jake's did seem like it went on for a while.
He stretched the light.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties. You'll hear the meow of the kitty for Ricardo Flanagan. If a comedian ever misses their spot, that means they get blacklisted. He makes those noises, and that means that comedian's not allowed to ever sign up for this show again. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
No, but you should have to make them like give a letter of apology, or there should be some sort of plead their case, perhaps.
Depends if they're
That'd be
female or male.
You have to write into the Iron Patriot on Twitter and,
It could have been a bad accident.
hey,
Fucker might be dead.
Or you could have just watched Rob's set and been like, why would I put myself through that?
There was once.
Rob will come back under a
Yeah.
different name.
A few weeks ago, there was a blind guy whose name we called, and we blacklisted him. And then another comedian's like, "No, he's blind. He's downstairs." And then they went to try to find him.
But if he's blind, he can't hear his name?
He was in the wrong show.
Oh, yeah, he was in the wrong room. That's what it
They
was.
found it on Sunset.
He thought Kill Tony was in the kitchen, and he was wondering why the audio wasn't so good. Anyway. All right, put your hands together for your next comedian. Timmy Day, everybody.
Okay, it is on. Sorry, I couldn't hear it over the music. My name's Timmy Day, guys, and I'm extremely excited to be here. I got a bike a couple days ago. Yeah. First bike I've had in my life for more than 25 minutes, because I'm from Detroit and they all get stolen. So I'm really excited. I've been riding around, and I found that I have a childlike sense of freedom now that I never noticed before. So it inspired me to want to give back, and give back to kids who are very needy and don't have the opportunity to ride bikes like I've had in the last week or two. So I started a Kickstarter, and it's going pretty well. I've raised $15 in the last 6 days, and I think its success is due to the name. You can check it out. It's at pedophiles.kickstarter.com. We wanna give back to kids. We wanna touch them on their hearts. We wanna touch them on their hearts, and
You gotta obey the bear. Obey the bear. You gotta listen to the bear. You can't talk over the bear.
all right.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's it. So, was that a minute?
No, it was definitely a minute. It was a minute 20 at this point. Maybe you didn't hear the part about the kitty and the bear whole thing. You might have. That must have really blown your mind when that bear just kept chiming in there at the end.
And your mic got
That was a
cut.
strange laugh.
I like that you're drinking a 24-ounce can of gas.
Yeah.
And you're biking. So
Biking home.
I see now. I never thought of that. Like, I know there's people drunk driving, but now the bikers are drunk too.
Now, are
Never
you
thought of that.
encouraging pedophilia?
Pedophilia, yes. But not like sexually touching kids, no. But touching them on their hearts, yes.
I'm just checking. I just wonder
With
if
bikes.
I should call a friend of mine in law enforcement.
Do you wear a helmet when you bike?
Are you talking about motorcycling or bicycle?
Oh, bicycling.
Right.
Should I clarify? Probably.
I didn't know. I honestly,
you couldn't tell.
Yeah, you could. You're trying to balance both.
I will say it was a surprise ending. I didn't know you were going toward.
Touching kids?
Yes. So you had me up until then. Because I like biking, so I was into that joke, and then you lost me. But I think you're onto something. If you could pedal towards something that doesn't include touching children, I think this joke would work. I think you're onto something. And I think the beer lower when you come up, so we don't think you're drunk. We don't know that. We don't know when you started. I'm just telling you what I've learned in the past. Is I leave drugs and alcohol in the car.
And do you always wear the sunglasses?
Unfortunately, I do, yeah.
In the
Cover
backpack, you
balding.
always wear it too.
I just don't want to leave it anywhere and have somebody take it.
The sunglasses on top of your head, though, you leave them up like that a lot?
Yeah, it covers the balding in the front of my hair.
Oh, wow. It's an interesting move.
And I wake up every day and
Some people
So
just
lets
wear
the
masks.
follicles just, doesn't have to see the bright sun.
Who would have thought John Cryer just could have had a bunch of sunglasses on the back of his head? Nobody would have ever known he was bald. It's an interesting
We
move.
wouldn't even known that it was to cover the hair, except you mentioned it. We just thought you were wearing sunglasses on the head.
It almost just seems like, even if not, somebody wouldn't be like, oh, he's covering up a bald spot. It's just like, oh, the sun might come back out for the first time ever. And at the same time, the roof might blow off the joint. When everybody else is freaking out about the apocalypse, you're just like,
What if you find
I
out
got
that the
this.
sun makes hair? What if you found out the sun makes hair grow, and with the sunglasses you're actually keeping it from growing? Think about that instead of fondling children.
ask him the tough questions.
Do you live in a van in Venice?
That's a good guess.
Would you like to? I have a friend looking for someone with a Kickstarter.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, there you go. That's at Invalid Timmy on Twitter.
Thanks, guys.
Oh wait, what's his name?
Timmy Day. Timmy Day.
Oh, it's Timmy Day. Okay, good job, Timmy.
I think that joke could work in the right prison.
It really is. It's a long way for wordplay, right?
It'll get you killed, but you'll go out smiling.
Fuck yeah. Do you guys remember, we were just at the Podfest a few weeks ago, and with Marin and Benson there, it came up, they were talking about their first few minutes that they wrote and performed. Do you guys remember any of that you first had, your first set?
My first set was right on this stage.
In the belly room?
Yeah.
Wow,
And
that is so
I
cool.
killed.
Yeah.
And then my next one, I just bombed.
Wow.
Because I thought that's just how I was always going to be.
Yeah,
I didn't know this room was so easy.
right.
See, look, anyone, they just laugh at it. No, it was, yeah, what about you, Kirk?
My first set was downstairs.
In the OR?
November 11th, 2002. And I did 3 minutes where I was pretending I was Jesus' brother, James.
Wow.
Because I had the hair and the beard, and I was really going with that angle.
Yeah.
But I was...
played you played a character?
Listen, I went out strong,
James of
man.
Nazareth?
I did not get one laugh because I was actually pretending that I was him. I wasn't being a character. I was being him. And then after 3 minutes, I said, "This was funny this morning in front of the mirror." And then they laughed, and then I understood comedy.
Right.
Did you wear the Jesus outfit?
I wore James's outfit, which was mostly jeans and a t-shirt. Jesus was the one that wore the decorative sheet.
His brother wore denim.
Yeah,
It sounds
that's why
like,
he didn't work as much.
it almost sounds like the kind of
I
thing.
might bring back that joke.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it seems like the
I
kind
have a
of thing.
Kickstarter for James's brother. But I remember that night.
Yeah, that had to be interesting. I remember thinking of like types of characters that I would. It seems like an easy way to break.
I had
the-
read an article where they found a little casket and they thought James had been in it. And so I just went with that angle.
That's so funny. That's the name that they had for him. Jesus' brother was James.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, I didn't pick the name. I just went with the comment. It didn't work then. It doesn't work now. Some jokes just fucking don't.
Patriot, if you were ever going to do a set of stand-up, the man under the suit, what do you think a major premise of your first 3 minutes would be?
I just introduce them to who I am and tell them about my first crush on a female brother was Thelma on Good Times.
Female brother.
Close with that. I wouldn't open with that.
For some reason.
Close with that. Make that your closer, Patriot.
Yes. The great metaphysical poet John Donne said, "No man is an island." But if what I'm saying is true and every man's at the center of his own universe, ironically, the opposite is true.
We'll decide if it's ironic.
I saw both arms twitch after that. I don't know if you really believed in what you just said.
The double twitzer, Tony.
Oh my God, what is that?
That John Donne material is great for comedy.
Ah, I know.
Super topical.
I'm very deep. Just like
Okay,
Duncan.
we got another name. Put your hands together for your next comedian, Eric Carter, everybody. Remember this guy,
What's up, everybody? How we doing? I'm getting drunk in Hollywood tonight because I got a place to crash. It's called the 405. Before I became a comic, I used to want to be a time traveler. I wanted to be a time traveler until I saw what it did to Michael J. Fox. No shit. But I don't care. Thank you. I was waiting on that. I don't care how cool you think Brad Pitt is. He's always fucking Billy Bob's leftovers. South is rising again. Now it's fun. It is fun as hell being a Southerner in Southern California. Everybody's real nice. The prettiest broads buy me drinks. This is what whores feel like. No whores out there?
Wow. Eric, I remember you just arrived from Mississippi a few weeks ago. You
That's
made,
right.
You made your stand-up, was it your stand-up debut
You know,
on this
I
show?
lied about that because I was so damn nervous because I felt like I let you down. But my very first stand-up was in Hermosa Beach, and that little masturbator, Robert Wiseman, he's the one that got me doing comedy. The one who jerked off to the yearbooks.
Really throwing your one friend under the bus there.
And that video is actually on YouTube. It's called Carter's First Time at Stand-Up, and I was living in the youth hostel in Hermosa.
Carter, you do not need to scream.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm starstruck.
Starstruck. Oh man, Eric Carter. You
I
are
mean, he
something
is
else.
charming.
He really is, right?
Starstruck? Or starstruck, sir?
Whatever the correct way of saying it, but you get where I'm going.
Eric,
just
what
curious.
is it's Eric Carter or
Yes,
Carter?
ma'am. It's
Oh,
Carter.
Your name's Carter.
Well, Eric Carter.
But you go by Carter?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you just saying that to agree with me?
No, I really do. Like, I used to play football as a kid. Coach always called me Carter.
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 Carter. I think you could really benefit from a catchphrase.
What's that?
Like, you know, like, yeah. Because you said, oh shit. And everybody loved it. So maybe you should, like, you know, work
I'm
on
trademark that.
Carter, I gotta say, I like your passion.
Thank you. I like you too.
You came out swinging, and I really, for some reason, I think you and your pal, Wiseman,
Yes.
you're the fucking future of comedy. No, I think you guys are a 1-2 punch that will eventually click.
Well, we're about to start a podcast.
I know you fucking are. I know you're about to do something.
It's going to be called ER, Eric and Rob.
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
I like it. I think,
You know the joke I liked?
I think you're in the right business.
Heck yeah.
You know the joke I liked was, I don't care how fine Brad Pitt is, he's still fucking Billy Bob Thornton's leftovers.
I gotta tell you, that's a good joke. That's true.
Thank you.
Patriot, I did not know you had impressions in your
I like the way he sounds. I can listen to him all night. He's funny.
Thank you. I can listen to you too, Patriot.
I'm so Carter, you got swagger and you got confidence.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I said. That passion.
Thank you. Well, I didn't drive 6 states out here to be a little candy-ass artist. I drove out here to be #1, and I ain't selling for nothing less.
All right, shoot for the top 10. Shoot the top 10. One is highly fucking. It's unreachable.
Slow it down there, Stone
I'd
Cold
have
Steve
you to be
Austin.
18.
Patriot, what do you think about this gentleman's feet since he has open-toed?
I like to listen to, but I told you I only like girls' feet. I don't like guys' feet. No. I don't go that way.
That's why you should always wear covered shoes on stage.
Well, I just got back from Dana Point. That's where I live at. I've been on
You
Laguna.
live in Dana Point?
Yes, ma'am.
Heck yeah, that's the only place where they sell
Everyone
that
from
shirt.
Mississippi is growing up in Dana Point.
I'm fortunate enough, I got like a rich, fancy aunt from out here. She's letting me live with her rent-free, and I just gave her muscle, and I'm her cousin Eddie from Mississippi.
Oh my god.
Wait, what exactly is
Just get some cameras in that goddamn house.
I do maintenance
to your
around here.
aunt? Oh, you
Yeah,
say
well, like-
give her muscle?
I mean, not that way, but I
What, you do poses for her and she lets you stay there?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And then, but
Mississippi's awesome.
that's a long drive out here, right? Like an hour?
Yeah, and it's damn worth it.
You have a very good attitude.
Oh,
Isn't he great? I told you when you were here a few weeks ago, come back, Eric. I'm so glad you did. Put your hands together for Eric Carter. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't forget my Twitter name.
Eric, I got you, Eric. All right.
Y'all please follow me. I'm a whore for followers.
Am I crazy? But I feel like no one in LA talks like that.
No, they don't. That's
Fresh
why
off the boat.
I know, but there's got to be other people here from. How come he's the only person I've ever heard not in a
Everyone
movie?
from Mississippi's in Dana Point.
Yeah,
That's where the money is.
That's where they think the Hollywood dream is Dana Point.
They go there for the Dana Point sign.
But just so people know, Dana Point is like very glamorous, like past Malibu. It's like beautiful beach.
Oh, and everybody's real friendly there too.
Well, Dana Point is south. It's south of Malibu.
Well, whatever, it's nice.
John Reed talks kind of like him.
I don't know what I'm doing.
He's a little more of a like.
There he goes. It's Eric Carter on Twitter. That's Call Me EC. Call Me EC on Twitter. He gets that. Fresh off the boat. That might give me a star. He's like
I
Larry.
feel I had played golf with him already.
He didn't come here all the way from 6 states to be no candy ass number 50.
I didn't fucking leave Mississippi behind and $1 million estate to come out here and not fucking kick ass.
I have met a lot of.
He's like a rich kid, right?
brand new comics.
Yeah, did you see those slippers?
Heck yeah, he's from
That's
Mississippi.
real leather. He killed that cow. And Hermosa. I was waiting Dana Point.
You did a great job, honey.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah, he's actually got a great point about Billy Bob's got some mojo, right?
Does he?
I mean, he must.
Yeah.
I mean,
He was
But that was when he came out with that movie Sling Blade. He got like Academy Award. He was at the high
like
point.
the #1 movie, so she fucked him.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you're right.
I don't think it's that big. Yeah.
She's a bit warped. I don't think there's anyone in this room that couldn't fuck her.
Yep.
Eric Carter told me that.
Did you ever hear Mike Tyson tell that story about how he caught Brad Pitt and Robin Givens was at his house after he broke up with her? So Brad Pitt also, he got the leftovers.
Mike Tyson has that.
Mike
Fucking
Tyson.
good story.
Yeah, great job.
Some of it was some good story.
What do people listening think this man looks like?
They know what he looks like. He's one of the. They made a T-shirt for Kill Tony. One of the fans did, and lo and behold, when it was all when the smoke cleared, it's just his face is the entire T-shirt, and it says Kill Tony in front.
Yeah.
They love him, man. The Patriots, like, we've found out so much crazy stuff about this guy. I mean, he's so cool.
Yeah.
I was actually starstruck when I got to meet him for the first time just a couple weeks ago, the man behind the suit. And he came out, sure enough, he rolls out of his car, 3 crates of all this stuff that he brought, because he always comes dressed as the Iron Patriot. He can't even sit down in that uniform. He has to take the bus here because it'll let him stand up the entire way from where he lives.
Do you stand under the bus or do you,
Yeah.
they hook you to the front?
No, I go halfway. That was pretty funny like that,
Oh my god, that's the greatest thing I've heard. That is my favorite
That's
Iron
photo
Patriot
shoot.
joke ever.
yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. How do we get that for just like 30 seconds? Excuse me, Mr. Bus Driver. This is gonna sound crazy at first.
You arrive in this outfit?
Yeah, I'm good to go. When I get off the bus, I walk down here and I'm just ready to do it. I don't have to worry about bringing it all down here and all that crap. You know, I'm ready.
That is amazing.
Yeah, one more time
And
for
you
the
can
Iron
park
Patriot.
anywhere.
Alright, let's keep this fun train moving along. Your next comedian goes by the name of Matt Gass.
You know what that means?
Wow. It's an interesting ending.
Maybe
to that.
they hear how hard we are on them. They just
No,
don't
it's,
even come
it's
on.
not that. They always come up to me the next week like, hey man, I think I got blacklisted last week. Alright, put your hands together for Melanie Baldonado.
Thank you. Am I here? Yeah. Oh, thank God. I don't know why people go out of their way to buy license plate holders that don't match the description of their cars. I saw Spoiled and Loving It. It was attached to a Honda Civic. Spoiled and Loving It? How about low maintenance and satisfied? I never get the princess ones. Yield to the princess. I saw one of those attached to an old Kia. It's like, what's your dad the king of? Koreatown? Where's your driver? I'm single. Boo-hoo for me. I got problems, but I'll tell you my biggest problem is that I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm still in love with the person my ex-boyfriend could have been. It's too late for us now, though. John Stamos. I think that's my name.
That is, exactly. You nailed it as soon as you said it. That's a great premise. The premise of the license plate holders not matching the thing. Those are two funny ones. I wonder if there's like something in, like you never, if there's one that's another one like that, like something cool. And
I'm
I
obsessed.
know you're not doing that good because there's a pink mustache on the front of your car. Like they're giving people, and that could be like, whatever. You could mix that in there, but that's it's such a great premise that it's yeah. I don't know.
I'm obsessed with the vanity plates. Those are fun too. I
Right.
saw one the other day. It was I won an Emmy.
You know that's a double assistant editor one time only. Like you think you're only gonna win, and you have to know you're only gonna win one Emmy when you get that as your license plate.
Oh, my neighbors, it says I'm a doctor. Like, how hard up are you for pussy?
Right.
Is he a doctor?
I mean, he's probably like a dentist or something.
Right. Yeah, not a great doctor.
The Koreatown one I like a lot, but it seems like you could use something other than Koreatown because that's a good idea for like what is your Prince up. Like I don't know, Koreatown seems kind of I don't know, maybe not right.
Yeah, it seems
You
like a
could say
localized.
Koreatown.
Koreatown's great.
Koreatown's definitely a local reference, and I still wouldn't see exactly because a Kia is still a Saturn, right? Isn't that the same company? Or am I wrong?
No.
Kia, what's Kia? It is.
Kia Sorento.
It is Korea. Kia's a Korea.
Kia's a car.
It's a car. Yes. No, I know. It's
I
Jesus,
drive
the
a Honda
Korean
Civic.
guy's freaking out right now. Like, how dare you? Yeah.
It just seems like it didn't seem shitty enough for the joke. Like I would try to think of something
We
shittier.
get it, you live in Koreatown, right?
No, I don't.
I just don't think that place is that bad.
Pick another town. Pick Dana Point.
No, I agree with you. I think you could play around with that. Does it usually work really good?
It does, but I feel like you're supposed to have a third in comedy, and I can't think of a good third to kind of top those two. So, just like there.
I bet.
Did Judy Carter tell you that?
She did.
Did she really?
Really?
Judy Carter and then somebody else did.
You're being serious right now, or are you fucking with
I wrote
us?
like 5 comedy books. I'm very, very studious.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I wrote 5. On my 6th. Don't laugh.
Wow.
It's,
Why
it's
have we
Lenny
not
Bruce,
written
okay?
books?
At
What are
least
we doing
I'm
today?
I've
At
written
least I'm
them.
digging deep.
you don't send them to the publisher.
I just have
Judy
them.
Carter will be like, "Oh, you were a homecoming
I did
queen,
one to
then you
Judy
should
Carter.
wear a crown on stage." Bring a wand.
Jamie Masada was my favorite. I have one of those. I had done the Laugh Factory open mic a few times when I.
That's a
very
good
first
joke
started.
about your ex-boyfriend. I'm going to use it.
Wait, what was Jamie's advice to you?
Jamie's advice to me, and you wait out there for hours to get up at this crazy middle of the day open mic. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure they still do it the same. Anyway, it's terrible. You can't swear or whatever. Oh, that's a different story, actually. Anyway, he told me, for comedy advice, he goes, buddy, very funny, but you know what you need to do? You come back, you be wearing cowboy hat. Everybody will connect with you. You'll be middle of America. Very good.
Someone told me
And you
that.
didn't do that, though, did you?
No, definitely not.
And that's why it's taking you a little longer than you ever.
Yeah.
But is it true that Mitzi, who owns this place, she told some guy like, you should change your name to Johnny Bananas and wear a yellow suit like a banana.
I think she would do that with people that she didn't like, but I think
Instead, he wears a Patriot suit.
But I've heard tons of stories of her giving people like crazy advice. Like I heard one even recently, most recently, a couple weeks ago, somebody's like, Louis Anderson was talking about how he said, he performed here, blah, 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 and she goes, wear a sweater. Next time I see you, I want to see you wearing a sweater. You wore a sweater and like
Don't
just
wear a hat.
started booking a bunch of
wear
shit
a-
immediately because he's a sweater comedian. That's what she said he was, and it turns out there wasn't even like a definition of sweater comedian. But Mitzi's a different thing.
You're a
You
sweater.
can't compare Mitzi
To
to.
Judy Carter. No.
Right, exactly.
Judy Carter is someone who's trying to quantify comedy and like almost like it's math or something.
Right.
That was the first one I read.
What's the best piece of advice that you've read or gleaned from these books that's really worked for you?
I'll tell you the best piece of advice I got in college. It topped all the books, and it's do something you like so well you do it so for free, but do it so well they pay you for it.
That's an
No, but
That trumps it all.
No, but I want to
that's
know all this reading for all
I
these.
think from Comic Insights, I like Louis Anderson has a piece of advice in terms of timing, and he says don't say it until you feel like you have to say it. Like when you feel like in terms of your timing, to get it down, I guess, till you feel like it has to burst from your body. So
just
Here's the
And Louis knows a lot about
To go
things
along
bursting
from
from
it.
his body. Like his
here's a piece of advice. Mitzi told me, she's like, treat 3,000 people like 3, and 3 like 3,000.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
why didn't Mitzi write a book? She could have.
Hey, can I ask something?
I
No.
think they're
Does anybody know when is the last time Mitzi was at this club?
2 weeks ago.
Really?
There you go.
By accident. She walked in here by accident. What the fuck is this place?
And how sick is she?
Where's that fucking banana I went up there for?
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, well there you go.
You have a beautiful smile too.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Melanie Baldonado. You can follow her on Twitter at Melanie B Comedy.
I think I already did.
I think that pink mustache thing will kill, by the way.
I like that.
'Cause then it doesn't even matter what the band is. It's just funny picturing.
I actually saw a Porsche yesterday with a handicap placard hanging from the rearview mirror. It was a brand new Porsche.
Read about it?
No, I saw a Porsche and it had a
yeah.
handicap placard. It was like, I'm handicapped, but give me a car that is the hardest thing to get in and out of, so no one will even notice that I'm handicapped. That's what I feel
I would
about.
buy a handicap placard. I want
You
one
would?
of those. Hell
You
yeah.
can buy them. You can
How
buy them
much
in
are they?
Koreatown. I think it's pretty cheap, like $80.
You do live there.
Really? You can buy those in
Yeah,
Koreatown?
yeah, they're pretty easy to get. Actually, we know a couple comic friends that actually have them.
Are they handicapped?
No, but they have the handicap thing, so they can just park anywhere.
Is there like a secret passcode in Koreatown to get one of those? Like you have to go to a Chinese restaurant and be like, I'll take the number 73.
86.
All right, your next comedian goes by the name of Bo Scott, everybody.
Hey guys, my name's Bo. I'm gonna try to make you guys laugh. Before I do, there's something I need to get out of the way. All right, now that shit's out the way. Let's begin. All right, there's been a lot of talk about bananas in here tonight. Figured out how to get free bananas for life. You can grow that shit.
What?
Look how fucking good I am at this. That's why I don't understand why there's still starving people in the world. I realize money doesn't grow on trees, but food fucking does. It does. I don't understand that shit, man. Halloween's coming up. I'm giving out bouillon cubes. I don't know what I'm gonna be for Halloween yet. Thinking about either a mailbox.
There you go. Fizzling out there at the end.
I had a good punch right there at the end.
Well, what was it going to be? Where are you going
I
to
was
be for
gonna say I was
Halloween?
either gonna be a mailbox or I was gonna put goats on all my fingers and be Edward Goat Hands.
All right. Anyway.
You had a
Just got
chance.
your first
You had a
bit-
chance to
first
finish
bit with
before
it.
that line.
Yeah.
What was the physicality you you were doing there.
Right.
Yes, I have a right arm twitch.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to make
What?
a callback to
Why did you do
underdeveloped
that?
joke.
I don't know.
But
You don't know why you were pretending like you were playing the drums for that first joke?
Yeah. I don't know what that was. But I was
Are you
really
a
good at it
mystery to
though.
yourself?
I was really good at it. When I first started comedy, I was really bad
Do you
at
know
it.
anybody that?
But I'm just curious. No, I'm fascinated. How did the banana fit into that?
So can we just explain to the audiences at home, like he was doing some crazy physicality where he said that fruit grows on trees, but then it was like he was
I think
playing
it's
a
better that
drum?
the people at home don't know what he was
He had one foot up and the other foot was like, her hand was karate chopping, making a weird
It
karate
had
chop.
actually nothing to do with what I was saying.
For those
Why
of you
did you
listening
do
to the
that?
audio, for those of you just listening to the audio, when you get home, go home and just download the video just to watch this one part, and make sure that you have a rope or a gun with a bullet in it.
Now, were you implying that you can make money doing that?
I do make money doing that.
By that move?
Yeah. I could do it for a lot longer than that. I only had a minute, but I could go.
Do they
for it.
pay you to stop doing it?
What kind of Persian kingdom are you working in where some guy's making you do that for hours at a time?
No.
Look at the white guy that I keep over here for only $100 an hour. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He just keeps doing this thing where he lifts his leg and moves
We
his
feed
arm back and
bananas.
forth.
So basically your last joke, you could put for Halloween 10 goats on all your fingers and be Edward Goat Hands.
Right.
You could really substitute any now. You could be Edward Cow Hands, you could be Edward Banana Hands.
Goat was the best I could
you could
do, I
be
think.
Edward.
What's funnier than goat hands? Anybody?
Anything.
I want to know because that's my favorite joke. of all time.
Let's just say going with goats on that was a bad decision. Nothing gets worse than goat hands. You can make any bad joke at that point. No, it's awesome.
I'm speechless, which is that's good.
I'm still confused about, do you often break out into like some physical things that are incongruous with what
I
you're
just try to
talking
make
about
things
during your set?
uncomfortable. People will get to know me over time, but right
that's
now,
cool.
That's
people
great.
people don't know about me, but
His
you guys will
opening
know
was
about me
good.
one day.
Oh, that's
The
great.
opening
No,
was
we believe
good.
you.
When you move the mic stand? That
Yeah,
was
actually,
funny.
I gotta be honest with you. You made me very uncomfortable, so you succeeded.
Would you call your comedy abstract?
Or yeah, off the wall. I think I would call it. I hate doing comedy on walls and shit.
Yeah.
This is a fun room.
It's fun, right?
Don't let it fool you.
Believe me, all your sets aren't going to be this good.
Yeah. We're not always
This
going to
is
be
good.
here for you.
You connected, man. You believed in what you said. That's all that matters.
How many great shows do you have? Like, do you have a lot of great shows?
Yes.
That's good. You get up a lot?
Yeah.
How many times a week?
I had a show last night in San Diego, like you said.
I grew up in San Diego,
Cool. What
Yeah.
part?
Pacific Beach.
Nice. I used to.
That's where I learned to do this. I do this for hours. Like 60 grand last year.
For folks at home. For folks
You
at
got
home,
in
it's
a
giving me
car
head
trying to
right
get the
now.
brakes to stop.
Fuck yeah, Bo. Do you live down in San Diego?
Oh, you just moved it.
Yeah. No, I just moved here. Yeah, actually, like 2 weeks ago.
What are you, his
so-
manager? Just fly him
Hey,
here
was
when
that
I
a trick
have
question?
But it's going to be a big deal, guys. You don't get the foot thing, but he's been working on it, and now he can do it pretty well.
He started out with his left foot, and that wasn't working.
Right.
I can't do it on my right foot at all.
Isn't that the one that you did it with?
Are you dyslexic? Wait a fucking second. This joke is starting to work. Holy shit, you're onto something.
Fuck yeah, who would
If
have
we can get
thought?
a Q&A involved with that joke, we're going on the road with you.
I'm there.
Heck yeah, just us and fucking goat hands. Thank you so much, Bo Scott. There you
Hey,
go.
Bo, San Diego.
At Bo_Scott on Twitter. For those of you listening, you want to chat with Bo Scott, it's Bo_Scott. Talking
I'm
about.
not done with him. I'm fucking calling him.
And there's also a line there.
I gotta find out what makes that guy tick.
There's also a line on these sign-up sheets that has their name, their Twitter handle, and the topic. His topic was Halloween /goats.
Well, guess what? He fucking nailed it. He did not forget
Halloween's
either.
coming up. Halloween, goats. Let's keep flying through this. Mike Stanley, everybody. Mike Stanley.
Hey everybody, how are you? It's good to be here. I just went back home to Detroit, which is beautiful this time of year. You guys, the way the sunlight hits the poverty, it's just breathtaking. Times are tough. I was in my buddy's apartment recently, drinking Sanka, chit-chatting, stealing his neighbor's Wi-Fi, when he pulls an envelope off his coffee table and he goes, "Look at this! Jury duty! How am I going to get out of this?" And I was like, "Look, dude, you're 35, unemployed, and live in Detroit. If I were you, I would probably take it just for the paycheck. Unless you cooked up some pyramid scheme that involves you taking bong rips and playing Xbox, I don't really see a lot of career opportunities coming down the pike, my man." And he said, "I know how I'll get out of it. I'll just say I'm racist." "Yeah, you are racist." He said, "Come on, Mike, I'm not racist." I said, "If your plan to get out of jury duty is to say that you're racist, that means you're automatically assuming that whoever's on trial is going to be a minority." Which sounds pretty fucking racist to me. He said, "Well, I heard that if you say you're racist, they have to let you out of jury duty." Oh, shit. There you go. All right.
First of all, I'm glad that you took the sunglasses off your head and got rid of the PBR from earlier.
That's
It's a
rude.
different guy? Fuck yeah. That's a lot of jury duty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a clever joke. I thought it was
Yeah.
good. I wanted to hear the whole.
I thought it was quick, and I just wrote it last week, so I thought it was fast enough to be able to do it.
That meow is hard to hear.
That's why the West Hollywood Bears are now.
Yeah, the whole
So
thing
can you
is-
really get out of jury duty if you're racist?
That's what I heard. That's what everyone says. Every time anybody has to serve jury duty, they're always like, "Well, I'll just say I'm racist."
Really?
That's terrible.
Which I think if you're...
I think maybe your friends say that. I've never
Probably.
heard
Has
it.
anybody else heard that, though? That Yeah, like, that's what everybody says.
God, you're all racist.
When I was at jury duty last time, they made an announcement over the loudspeaker, and they're like, "Just because you do not speak English is no reason you cannot perform jury." Like they were making, because people were trying to get out of it by like, "I don't speak English," and they were like, "Absolutely not. That still means you have to be a part of the system."
Right. Well, the thing about it is, like, they don't pull you, the end of the joke is they don't pull you aside and ask you in private. Like, he has to announce it in front of everybody, like, "Hey,
Right.
everybody, I'm a racist." It's like, good luck with that.
He should just walk
downtown
in
Detroit.
wearing a sheet and a hood.
Yeah.
They won't even have to say it.
I think that was in the Family Guy, that whole racist thing also. I think that's how Peter got out.
Well, you know, what could be funny is what if the person that you have to tell what if the person doing the questionnaire, like, "Are you racist?" is like a giant black guy.
Right.
It's like, well, who are you racist against?
Right, well, exactly. If you're in Detroit, like, good luck fucking running that up the flagpole in a crowded courtroom, like...
Right. That seems
Well,
like
what
the
if he
worst.
says, "I'm racist"? Yeah, everyone is. This is Detroit. Fucking sit down and let's vote.
Is it true you can buy a house
Right.
there for $30
Yeah,
right now?
not 30. You can get one for like 10 grand, for sure.
10 grand.
Yeah, or like depending,
$30.
you can get them for like 2 grand in some spots. But you don't
2
even-
grand for a
yeah,
house?
Yeah.
Right, you can get one for 30. You just put 30 down and you make payments of $10.
The Chinese are actually buying up a
Like
ton
getting
of
a
land
couch.
in Detroit right now.
The Chinese are
Chinese,
buying
they bought all of
Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah, they're buying
No.
like huge chunks of it. Yeah.
No.
It's a good idea. That's what
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
they're
They're gonna make a beautiful golf course.
At least,
Yeah.
Detroit.
at least the car business will start booming again there. It's not the way we
Right.
expected it to.
Seriously, if you think about it, you can buy a house for $100 right now. If you just buy like a whole fucking neighborhood for like $1,000, you know that shit in like 10, 20 years is going to be worth more.
Yeah, but you'll be dead.
Yeah, we could just all fly to Detroit and have like a crazy weekend party.
Listen, let's all get together and just go to Detroit, every one of us, and buy up a little town. Just fucking, let's
Party it out.
Let's start a
Brian,
life
what makes
together.
you think that there's not going going to continue to be an exodus there? You think
Well,
people are going to have a
well,
resurgence
they
and a
just,
shit
I
ton?
mean, the government just gave them like a shitload of money, like very recently, to rebuild. And if you actually go to Detroit, if you go downtown, it's actually really nice downtown.
It's okay. It's a lot better.
Yeah,
than
it's
it
a lot
was.
better.
Yeah.
And they just got a shitload of money to make it better. But the outskirts.
And I saved a fortune on car insurance.
Yeah.
Is there like an art scene there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Art's
Still sitting here.
a guy who just lives downtown. That's the art scene.
Did you guys ever see that movie Pauly Shore, Jury Duty?
Unfortunately.
That's a pretty funny one. But there was 2 times I went for jury duty. There was 2 times I went, and I think this is how I got out of it. The most important question they ask you is, if you have to take off for a trial, will your employer pay you while you're doing the jury duty? And if you answer no to that, I think you'll get out of it, because that's what I did 2 times.
Listen, I think just show up in that outfit, I think you can get out of the I'm here to fight crime. Get the fuck out of here. Get back on the front of the bus, kid.
Benji told me that speaking of Pauly Shore, that he was live tweeting his colonic today.
I saw that. I actually saw Benji retweeting. See, Benji and Sandy are 2 of my really great friends that, on top of doing many other great things, they open up for Pauly all the time. And they have a lot of followers on Twitter, and the people that they follow Pauly. And anytime Pauly does something insanely silly or crazy, maybe even that he shouldn't be doing, like, for example, live tweeting what is it called?
A colonic.
A colonic.
I feel like that's a better Vine.
I saw this picture. Yeah, but I saw this picture earlier of just Pauly being like, "Here we go, bro, hashtag colonic." It's just a picture of Pauly underneath a blue hospital sheet with his feet sticking out at the end of the bed. Heck yeah, he puts the...
It's nothing sacred.
His colonic's putting the duty in jury duty, if you know what I'm saying, people. Hello. A duty joke? Nothing? Alright. Still making
You don't
sure.
give yourself the cat.
Yeah, I get the bear sometimes.
It is pronounced with a liquid U. Duty.
Oh, duty.
No, duty.
Duty.
Jury duty. I mean, if you want to get technical,
Jury
it's not
duty.
jury duty. It's a liquid U. Duty. Duty. Thank you.
Oh, it's a duty.
No,
that we do.
it's a duty. It has a Y in it.
Hey,
Duty.
it's a fucking duty, am I right? What are we talking about here? Fuck yeah, Mike
All right,
Stanley.
thanks, guys. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Mike.
At Mike Stanley 1.
Good work, Mike.
See, only Mike Stanley 1 on Twitter right there. Believe it or not, he was able to get that. I bet there's a lot of Mike Stanley 2s, 3s, and 4s that are like, whoever this one guy is.
He's got 6 wives on the end.
All right, your next comedian goes by the name of Josh Borst. Whoa! Blacklisted.
Is that all the music rights you've conferred?
Josh Borst, you get good luck with your career, because Kill Tony's never going to be part of it again, motherfucker. I don't even know who it is. That's what makes it funny is that I'll have to apologize to him next week. Hey, look at this, Sarah Wineshank,
What's up, everyone? How are we doing? I'm not well, not at all. I called my dad to see how his doctor's appointment went. He said, it went great. The old man's got a prostitute of a young 20-something. Thanks, Dad. My dad's one of those people that's out of shape. No. My dad is one of those people that's out of shape. He's like one of those out of shape older men that thinks that he's in shape and he's constantly giving unsolicited workout advice. You know what you gotta do? You gotta shock your body. You gotta shock it. As he just eating like pastrami on rye. He's like, yeah, just gotta shock your body. The only thing worse than getting unsolicited workout advice from someone who's out of shape is getting unsolicited workout advice from someone who's super juicy and fit. Right? Like, No thanks, I'm good. Like, don't be giving me workout advice unless I ask. I spent a long time last week thinking about who invented the salad tongs. Then I Googled it. I still don't have an answer, so that's good.
Going in that Claire's making noises.
I just wanted to say hi to her.
I think Sarah's a natural performer.
So do I.
Yeah.
Sarah, I think you're funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you learn how to connect with charisma from Judy Carter?
No, I don't even know who Judy is. I gotta be honest.
Good. Don't stay with me.
Unfortunately, I don't know Jude.
Oh, you're already on a nickname basis with her, though. Fuck yeah. Was there an end to the salad tongs thing? I'm curious.
Well, I was originally going to talk about how I have a weird train of thought and how I was driving and that just popped in my mind. And then it was like really bothering me. I don't know.
I always have looked at the reason why I ask is because I've always looked at salad tongs as a pretty interesting device, because for cleaning purposes they come apart normally, right? I mean, some of them, most of them at least, you snap them together and then they're a thing. I mean, if you snap them apart, they look really silly because it's just like this giant fork and this giant spoon.
It's just for lazy people that can't just.
Well, yeah. I was going to go from salad tongs then into lazy Susans.
Right.
Eventually.
Do it. I would.
One day.
It almost seems like salad tongs were invented because of the one person in the one family, the first family member for somebody to lose an arm. And they're like, it's going to get weird when Steve has to get his salad. I wonder if we should just connect the fork and the spoon so that he just has to go like this.
Does your dad give you a lot of advice?
Oh, yeah, my dad gives me a lot of advice.
Are you close with him?
I'm close with him, yeah. We're close, but we're not like too close. You know what I mean?
You don't ever think?
Like, we're not like,
You mean you're not fucking your father?
The only thing he's inside is your heart.
He's not giving you muscle?
He's not giving me muscle. I mean, no, like, I don't like overshare stuff with him. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some people overshare with their parents? We're not like friends. He's like my dad, so we're close. Like a normal
He likes
person.
pastrami.
The answer is yes. So everything. We're close, and yes, he likes pastrami.
I like your dad too.
Where does he live?
In Encino.
Oh, he's an Encino man.
Yeah.
You guys weren't with me with jury duty. Don't laugh at that Pauly Shore joke then, you sons of bitches. You can pick when you want to laugh. You don't get to have your cake and eat it too.
That's the kale talking, guys.
I think you're going to be a star.
Yeah, you really do have a fun charisma about you.
And are you nervous right now, though?
Am I nervous? I was nervous when the microphone, I thought it wasn't on, but I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, the guy in
But
front
how
of
do you feel right now? Right now?
I feel excited and comfortable, but a little bit nervous.
Doesn't she remind you of Kate McCucci?
Kate McCucci? I don't know who that is. Is that the name of your vagina, Natasha? Doesn't that remind you of Kate McCucci?
She's in
Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh,
totally,
yeah, I
totally.
do know. Now I feel like an asshole. I do know who that is.
How old are
It's
you?
not my name.
Just keep doing comedy. You're funny.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're an actress also?
Awesome
I
stuff.
feel like, yeah, some stuff.
Go,
Nothing
make
like-
sure you act. Go act.
Yeah. And if you want a podcast, meet me out.
There you go. There you go.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
Is he a comedian?
Podcast just got canceled.
Cancel.
Not. What is a normie?
He's a normie. He makes like film stuff.
Oh, he makes money. Great.
Makes fun
That's
stuff.
awesome.
But
Good.
he's not like super successful, but yeah, he
Who
makes
is?
film stuff. Yeah.
Should totally break up.
Why don't you get rid of this guy? This guy seems to be holding you back. You don't even know what he does. Sit with your father. Who cares about you?
How about Kurt on this one?
I thought it was funny when she said she didn't want unsolicited advice, even from the person that's in fit, that is in shape. She doesn't want.
So I forget he's here sometimes. And then all of a sudden it goes off. I feel like it's an alarm. Where's my snooze button?
Right. That would be great. Just like the voice, if we had buttons to where we can silence the Patriot, like if all three of us agree and we can't see who could figure that out. That'd There you go. For
Are you backing up?
those of you that got confused when you said alarm clock and was like, what is that again?
Hold on, what are we taking the Patriot away from? He works on Hollywood Boulevard?
Sometimes he does that. Most of the time he's
Wait, are we
working excellent work.
keeping you from defending America right now? Because if that's the case, get the fuck out there and protect us.
I'm watching what's going on in this room.
Show him your big move that you would do if you had to defend America. What would you do?
I feel safer.
I'm watching. I'm always watching. I don't want any kind of Batman massacre going on in here. I'm looking around to see if there's any crazy people in here.
There she goes, the very funny Sarah Weinstein. Follow her on Twitter. That's Princess Shank. S-H-E-N-K. Princess Shank. S-H-E-N-K. So it's like Shank. Shank. All right.
Why don't you get up here and do 60 seconds?
Put your hands together for Scott Kidd, everybody. Scott Kidd. I swear to God, this guy gets on every week somehow.
Is it on? Is it on? Hey everybody! How y'all doing? On November 2nd, an Avenger will return. But in the meantime, he's at Pebble Beach, playing golf. It's Thor! Thor plays golf, apparently, but he only uses one club, his hammer. And every time he hits the ball at the tee, he goes, Thor! That's all I wanted to do, fuck it.
All right, Scott. Scott, that was really something else.
That's all you wanted to do.
And he did an entire piece of artwork around the topic being Thor, like it's like all diamond and roughed, and you put a lot of time into 11 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do more, but
it's all right. We don't want you to.
Silly. I like it.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, yeah, he's goofy. He's fun. He gets on like every week. I'll tell you what, Scott. Go sit down. Go sit down. Thank you so much. Give it to Scott Kidd, everybody. You did good. You did good. Next time, do 60 seconds.
I have more jokes.
It's okay. Go sit down.
Oh.
Do I have to get the Patriot on you, bro?
No.
Scott Kidd, everybody. There you go.
You don't want anyone to ever do less than 60.
Right. It's a newer thing. It's just insulting when somebody does. Is that his time?
Yeah. And that's after me probably pausing the stop.
So you did about 22 seconds or so. Anyway.
Why wouldn't you just fucking just wave or something like that for 30 seconds?
Right, anything. You could have done anything. You could have not known whether the mic was on like everybody else did.
Or giving Thor a different club.
Hey, you know what I'd like to know from the comedians is how many of them actually use a clock at home to practice to? Because it might help to just put a timer for 60 seconds.
0.
Well, sometimes when I know I'm only doing 60 seconds, I don't go.
I remember one thing I did try out before I went on stage, I got a little amp and I got a microphone, and I was testing out using a microphone, making sounds in the microphone and stuff, because I had never even used the microphone up to that point before. But looking back at that, that's really dumb. Did you guys have anything that you did before you went on stage?
Did you do that before or after you swallowed cum?
I told you, I tried to be a vegan for a very short time, and
How did that work again? Oh, you sons of bitches. All right, every week, this is an interesting twist that I don't think I got to explain to you guys before, is every week we have two of the same lovely young ladies that go on and do a new 60 seconds each week since episode 1. We've reached that point right now. So with no further hesitation, coming up first this week, put your hands together for Kim Congdon, everybody.
I read this story in the news about an orphan, a 15-year-old orphan that's looking for a home. His name's Davion. He's from Florida. And he's going to different churches and he's pleading for families. He said he'll take anybody. I'll take any family. And it was a big outcome. People from Sweden, Australia, Iran. Now I just imagine this. Well, everybody, we have Davion here today, and we're standing before the Lord today because this is a blessing. Today is a blessing, people. Davion, pack your sandbags because you're going to Iran. Yes, we bought you a praying mat. You are no longer Davion Smith. You are Davion Abubjar, and you are going there. And like a month later, they're interviewing him. Like, Davion, how do you like your new home? He's like, man, this is awful. I gained 50 pounds dropping out of school. They took my hand because I stole an apple. I'll take any orphanage. I'll take any orphanage. That's all I got.
Nailed the minute. That's an actual news story, right?
Yeah.
Somebody, was it in Texas?
It was in Florida.
Florida got adopted by an Iranian family. And had to
No, he didn't get adopted by them, but that was... the story had said that there was like people writing in like from Australia and Sweden and Iran, and I was like, that would suck if he was like finally got his family and then he got sent to Iran.
But here's the way that joke would actually, the way it should be is like he just wants a family, and then suddenly there's 500 families that want him, and now suddenly he's interviewing these families. So he went from just wanting anyone to like, all right, so where would I be living? No, I'm not. What about you? Oh, Dana Point? Okay, what kind of car? Would I have a car? Am I going to go to college? Do I have a brother and sister? So all of a sudden he becomes the biggest dick.
Do you still want to take that 11:30 with Iran? Fuck no.
Yeah, you're funny. You're committed.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
See what, you guys let two different girls go on every week?
Yeah.
Why?
And how old are you?
I'm 23.
You're just a child.
Yeah.
At the end of episode 1, we didn't know, we realized that it was all guys. It was like a real sausage fest. And we're like, are there any, right before we ended the show, we're like, are there any girls here?
So this is her 20th time doing this?
It's her 20th time. She was on episode 2.
So you're on every
Sarah was on
episode.
episode 1. That's the next comedian.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So she came in and saved the day. And then she started very shortly after that. And she actually started on the show. So.
And do you go up other places around town?
Yeah.
She quit college to be a stand-up.
Right.
Yeah, I dropped out of college like 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to be
Out of
temporary. We're
Harvard?
Oh,
like, you could do this show.
I was at the University of Florida.
And you just said, I'm done with school, let's go
Yeah,
to
well, I was here
my
for
true
an
calling.
internship.
She said
and
later,
then I started doing
daters.
stand-up, and then I just didn't want to go back.
It's a really smart Florida joke. Again, you guys really smart. You can't just pre-write that. Just say later daters. That's the University of Florida.
It's an excellent time.
I need
Do you want to do jokes
validation.
about your home state?
Yeah, I do.
Davion?
Yeah, I do. I've done a couple of Trayvon Martin.
Eventually, you got to move to other states, though.
Yeah.
Make sure you try a Georgia joke.
Sorry, Georgia joke. Fuck yeah, very funny. Kimberly Congdon on Twitter. There she is, Kim Congdon.
Thank you, Kim.
What's amazing is there's a new ballpark 60 seconds every week that they're kicking out. So it's like a fun, it just keeps you in check. I mean, basically, we all sort of maybe pushed ourselves that hard, but...
Yeah, but she's doing it, and it's going to now be on the internet for the rest of her life.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so then when she's selling out Madison Square Garden, her fans could be like, wow, look where she started from. She was doing that Iranian joke. All right, and ever since episode 1, here's your other lovely young lady, the one and only Sarah Mostajama.
I'm half Iranian, Kim Congdon. The other half is just Europe got together, fucked some Cherokees. I don't know. This is how it turned out. And my dad called me this week and he asked me if I wanted like an all expenses paid trip to Iran to visit my family. I think he misinterpreted when I told him I want to get stoned. Not what I meant. Dad, I watch the Lifetime channel. I know how this shit goes down. If I get in trouble for being sexy here, I will just be beaten to death. I'm pretty sure that he just wants to send me there so I can learn to like not talk and look at the ground all the time. I hate to break it to you, Dad, you're never going to get 9-year-old me back. So, it's not going to happen. All right, thank you guys.
Yeah.
You're doing really good lately. You definitely have taken over the narration that you used to do of like, my life sucks, I'm just going to narrate for the next minute of how shitty my life is and how I'm hairy. You took that to like to actually doing bits and stuff, and it's really cool seeing you've grown a lot.
You started comedy on this podcast?
I've been doing it 4 months.
Yeah.
So your first time you ever performed was on this show?
The third time ever standing on stage was here.
Oh, wow. Why do you want to be a comedian?
Making people laugh in stand-up comedy, it's like the first thing I ever fell in love with that didn't have a heartbeat.
Now going back to that narration shit again. So shoot yourself.
I really like it. Really is like the first thing that it's like really just me, and it makes me feel great. And, you know, I mean, you guys know, standing up here and making people laugh with shit that you made up, it's like such a good feeling, you know?
It is cool.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you one piece of advice that will change your life. You actually have that microphone pressed against your chin.
Yeah.
And it's a habit that it's like your little escape pod. Keep that fucker away and just open up.
Well, also, no one, like this thing
No,
is
but you,
low.
you press it against your chin. I'm just saying because it's so dirty. For sanity.
You should be glad he wasn't looking at your boobs.
I've been putting dirty things in my mouth for
Yeah, she's used to that shit.
Yeah. No, that is
I just did my first potluck spot right before this.
You still hooked to your chin?
We're gonna stay focused on what's going on here.
Do you fall in love really easily?
Yes, it's horrible. Every single person.
Do you have a boyfriend right now?
No.
So who do you fall in love with?
Anyone that looks at me.
Mostly anime
Anyone who'll give me
characters
attention. Oh, you have no respect for me? Here, let me suck it out of you. I know. It's not
You should open with that one.
I love you.
I loved her first fucker.
I think that was Jan.
I usually fuck older looking hipster dudes, so you're in.
You think Kirk's a hipster?
He's in a leather jacket and the black rim glasses. Come on.
No, that's just being cool.
First of all, I have astigmatism, and I've worn this every day for 4 years. I don't know how hip that is.
Right. Hipsters look at guys like Kirk and they're like, that's what I want to be. But that doesn't make Kirk the hipster.
I didn't know I was older.
You're gonna get a fresh pair of airwalks.
There you go, everybody. Sarah goes to John Dresses on Twitter. There we go. Another fun episode of Kill Tony down the hatch. That's at Natasha Leggero on Twitter. Anything coming up that you want to promote? You know that we have tens of thousands of listeners.
Well, I'll be in Manhattan November 14th through the 17th at Caroline's. And you can watch my hot tub show. I do an interview show in my hot tub.
That is super cool.
And that is on my YouTube channel, YouTube/Natasha.
With Pig Bottom. Is Pig Bottom still on it?
Pig Bottom is my spa boy, played by Moshe Kasher.
Moshe Kasher plays a character named Pig Bottom. It is her
Do you know what a
name.
pig bottom does?
Basically, I remember.
Anything.
Doesn't have good hands?
No, he does not have good hands.
Kirk, what's happening with you?
Next week I'm going to be doing 60 seconds on Kill Tony.
Watch the test.
I got
What's the
nothing.
test on?
The test is on television.
CBS.
KTLA 5 every day at 10:30. Watch it, it'll change your life.
Hell yeah.
It'll make you wonder why you're not at work.
One of my funniest pals. We're going to be getting coffee with you sometime this week for sure. The Iron Patriot, thank you so much as always, everybody. We're going to Halloween. We're going to be in San Diego. I'm also going to be in Toronto November 5th through the 10th for the Toronto Dark Comedy Festival with David Tell and Gilbert Gottfried. I get to be there for that red band.
Yeah, and I'll be with Dean Del Rey in San Francisco in November. Go to DeathSquad.tv for all the tour dates.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks, Natasha. Thanks, Karen.
You're welcome, Karen. You guys are all great.
I don't have a car right now. Well, I'm getting one now, but my phone's running out.